Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are taking out these passion twists. So it has been a long run with these bad boys in. I had them in since right before Christmas. So it's been about a month, give or take a week. And I'm very proud at how long this hairstyle lasts. I would keep it in longer. However, I will say, when you put it in a ponytail or in a bun, it does get a little bit heavy because remember I used 3 strands per twist, which makes it a little bit heavier than if you were to do 2 or 1 strand per twist. With that being said, I'm trying to get back into my gym regimen and I can't be overheating with all this hair on my head trying to work out. So we're gonna take it out. You guys asked for this video, so I am gonna talk through the first 1 or 2 twists that I take out, and then we're just gonna do like a little time-lapse video. So basically, about a week and a half in, I did redo the middle portion of my hair because the no rubber band method was just not my favorite. Okay, so I apologize if you hear my washer in the back, but I just wanted to come on here and show you guys. It's been a week and a day with these passion twists, and the hair itself, like the shafts look good. My hair isn't really showing. But as you all know, passion twists are not like a hairstyle for longevity. It's not gonna last super long. But like over here is where I did the rubber band method to like try it out, and as you can see, they're still pretty close to the root. Then up here is where I did the braid no rubber band method, and as you can see, it's only been a week. And this is how far away from the scalp the twist is. And then they are a little bit more bulky at the top because I had like used 3 strands. So I think the loosest one in my head might be like kind of in the middle. There's one, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna try to like flip my camera. But there's one like right here that's pretty loose. But that's the main thing that I noticed about not doing the rubber band method. Now this one is not as far from my scalp, and I used the braid no rubber band method on it. But I just think for me personally, because my hair, a lot of people say I have a lot of hair, but I really don't have that many hair strands on my head. So it's very thin when I braid it and very slippery. So like the braid can just easily loosen from the root and just move on down, which is kind of what happened with this one. So if you have thicker hair and more coarse hair that's not in your braid, like when you braid it, it's not going to slide at all, then you might want to try the no rubber band method. For me personally, I think I'm going to stick with doing the rubber band method like these over here that I started with, just because it'll last longer. I may try doing like starting off braiding with the hair and then twisting, but like I said, my overall preference is the rubber band method. I haven't figured out how to cover the rubber bands in the rubber band method. There it is right there. But it's not that noticeable to me. I do need to dye my hair back black because you can see like my brown hair and the rubber band right there. But it's really not that noticeable unless you all up in my head. And if you're that close, you deserve to see it. But I just wanted to come on here and give y'all an update. This is 1 week into my passion twist. I am going to redo this little center part and do the rubber band method, just so my hair can look nice and refreshed. I redid it with the rubber bands, but I do have a majority is still no rubber band method, like towards the back of my hair. So basically what you do, you really can just separate them. And so we'll start with 1 twist, and literally all I do is twist in the reverse way, so like untwisting it. And when you do that, you get like an opening like this, and you can very slowly while you're at least in the territory of the length of your hair. So by here, my hair is not longer than this, so then you can just kind of strip it down to the end. And so now you've untwisted your hair. And this is why it's important when you're twisting to not borrow hair from each side, because it's not going to be as easy to take down if you've been borrowing hair from both sides to kind of keep your twist even. So boom. So then once I get towards the top, we're just going to feel for the loop where we crocheted the hair in. So I'm just feeling for the loop, and you can feel the difference between your hair and the twist hair. And so once you found the loop, boom, you're just going to pull all that hair back through. Pretty much the same way you put it in, you'll pull it out. And then as you kind of shimmy this out from under the rubber band or under the braid that we did for the no rubber band method, it'll kind of start loosening from your hair. So you may have like a piece or two that's a little bit shimmied in here. So this one actually has a rubber band on it. So I'm gonna go in and cut this out. Cut the rubber band. You don't even have to cut the rubber band, honestly, because you can pull it with your fingers and pop it between your fingers like that. And so then once we get this rubber band out, which it'll start to loosen, you pull the rubber band out, and then you should be able to kind of maneuver that last piece from your hair. So I'm just kind of separating it like this, and as I separate it, that piece of hair starts to shimmy down, and you can kind of find where it's at. So I'm just literally separating the hair to get to the one strand of hair that's a little bit looped in. And then we found the loop, and boom. And now that hair just fell out. I would not recommend reusing this hair. You might can reuse it because it still has that curl pattern, but you would just have to store it very nicely. But then you just have your hair in almost like a bomb twist out, but a dirty one, so you want to wash your hair after that. So I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. So again, twist in the reverse direction, and then we're gonna separate it to the end. And then once you get to this curl part, you just pull it apart and it comes apart. And then again, like I said, find the loop, and then you're gonna pull everything back through, and then usually it'll pop right out just like that. But if it does get stuck, and this one was a no rubber band method, so as you can see, then I would just unbraid the root. My hair still feels very moisturized because we put that old school hair food on it. And as of right now, not getting more than 1 or 2 strands of shedding. So that's really good. I'll probably get more when I go to wash my hair out, just because your hair naturally sheds. And when you have it in a protective style, all that shed hair builds up, or the hair that sheds builds up. So it seems like you're losing some hair when you take out a protective style, but it's really just hair that you naturally shed that was caught up in the twist. So right now it is 9:15 p.m. and I am just going to cut on some Netflix and try to bust this thing out, okay? And we're just gonna time lapse it, and I'll catch y'all at the very end of the video. Alright, so after watching some YouTube and just going in, taking my hair out, I honestly forgot what my hair looked like, honey, because I be tired of doing my natural hair, honestly. But right now it is 10:06 p.m. So it took about 45 minutes, 50 minutes to take out my hair. And I was going to wash it tonight, because you should wash your hair after you take it out of protective style. But the lazy in me, but the natural in me is loving how my hair basically looks like a twist out. Although it is a little crusty at the roots, I think I'm going to pick it out and just wear it out tomorrow. Do I think my hair has grown? I have no idea because it's curly right now. But it may have. It's been a month, so should have done a little bit of growing. I don't want to pick it too much because I don't want it to be knotty when I go to wash it tomorrow. But I might like see what our side part is looking like. Yeah, side part action, middle part, what y'all think? I might put it in a bun, honestly, because if somebody touched this, it is greasy and just not a true twist out, like a planned twist out. But it feels so good to be able to just like scratch my head and massage it. And yeah, so that's how I take my twist out. It's that simple. And then pretty much I follow my regular wash day routine from here. I might put some not on my watch detangler from Aunt Jackie's on it, or any other detangler, and kind of brush through the hair before I go to wash it, and then deep conditioning and everything like that so the curls bounce back. But that's how I take out my passion twist. So I hope you guys enjoyed this time-lapse video. It was a lot of footage, and I hope you guys just enjoyed it and know that it's just as simple to take out as it is to put in. By far one of my favorite protective styles. If you guys want me to try out any other styles, please let me know in the comment section below. I love you guys so much, and never forget, at the end of the day, make sure you like this video and subscribe down below. Join the Gym Squad. It's just a family and a community of people who are living their best lives and striving to be positive and loving their self authentically without regrets. So make sure you subscribe down below. And without further ado, y'all never forget, at the end of the day, without regrets, love yourself and be you to full. Bye, guys.